While many of us would be nervous and scared while facing the possibility of life in prison, David Moses acted amused and bored at his sentencing today.
With a chuckle, a laugh, and yawn after yawn, David Moses acted strangely at his sentencing this morning, appearing to fall asleep in his chair not once, but twice.
It gave me the impression that he thought this was a game. There was just no expression of remorse whatsoever for his actions.
Last month, a jury convicted Moses and T.L.H of first-degree murder in the 2010 killing of 81-year-old Dorothy Sessions. She was inside her Northeast Bakersfield home cooking dinner when the teenagers broke in to burglarize the house. When she confronted them, they brutally beat her to the point of being unrecognizable.
She was such a caring, she had such a gentle spirit about her. I know that if there were more people like T.L.H Sessions, we wouldn't be having trials like this.
Moses was on juvenile probation when he killed Sessions. Prosecutor David Wilson says Moses suffered physical, verbal, and emotional abuse growing up, leading to a lengthy criminal history, including sexually assaulting his sister, then a developmentally disabled cousin, and 7 other children while he was in a group home. While Sessions' family said they hope to one day see her again in heaven, Moses' attorney asked the judge for hope as well, in the form of a possibility for parole.
To give him that hope for the next 25 years, that he may have an opportunity to be returned to society.
Instead, the judge sentenced Moses to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Mr. Moses received the punishment he deserved. Frankly put, he's just a dangerous individual, and there's only one place to put him, and that's in the penitentiary for the rest of his life.
As for the Nash sisters, T.L.H's sentencing has been continued to next month. That's also when her sister, Angelique Nash, who was the lookout during the burglary, will begin the retrial of her case. In the studio, I'm Christine Den, 23 ABC.
562027, that the defendant shall serve a term of 3 years, which is the minimum on count 1 of that. As to count 2 in that case, felonious assault, a felony of the 2nd degree, it is ordered that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years in prison on that count. As to count 3 of that case, robbery, which is also a felony of the 2nd degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well. I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished. On the sole count of the indictment in case 564206, the felony of the 3rd degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 9 months in prison on that count. All of these terms are going to be served concurrently, which means that the defendant is, in effect, going to spend 3 years in prison. As part of your sentence, Mr. Farmer, you are subject upon your release from prison to a period of post-release control to be supervised by the Adult Parole Authority. On the felony of the 1st degree conviction, this is mandatory and is for a period of 5 years. On the felony 2 convictions, that is felonious assault and robbery, this is a mandatory term and is for a period of 3 years. And on the intimidation of a crime victim, this is for a period of up to 3 years and is discretionary on the part of the Adult Parole Authority.
Farmer's talent on the basketball court made the Garfield Heights High School senior one of the top college recruits in the country.
The defendant shall serve a term of 3 years, which is the minimum.
But the 18-year-old farmer may have forfeited a scholarship and his future when he attacked his ex-girlfriend in her apartment building in Bedford Heights on April 23rd. This surveillance video obtained by the Fox 8i team shows Farmer striking Andrea Lane in the head and then continuing to strike and kick the 18-year-old as she cowered in a corner and pleaded for him to stop. but police say he dragged her outside by the hair and continued to assault her. Then, when she tried to get back inside the apartment building, he attacked her again, tried to pull her outside, and later kicked her in the head 4 times.
I don't know what was wrong with him that day. I know he was a good person. I hope he still is. I hope he learns from this.
Court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that as well.
Tony Farmer collapsed in court on Tuesday after Judge Pamela Barker sentenced him to 3 years in prison on charges that include kidnapping and felonious assault.
And your version was, I got into a fight with my ex-girlfriend.
In an interview with the I-Team, Judge Barker says she was not swayed by supporters of Tony Farmer, who asked that she be lenient so that he could pursue a basketball scholarship. She was also not swayed by the victim's request that he not be sent to prison.
He really needs help. I don't think jail will give him that.
There's nothing in the sentencing guideline that talks about him being a basketball star and being able to go forward when obviously I think she's been very traumatized by this whole situation.
The judge says she also concluded that Tony Farmer was not remorseful after his initial arrest because he later attempted to intimidate the victim by sending her a series of text and phone messages.
He certainly threatened her or said that he should have done something more to her. And so that, in addition to what I saw on the tape, was very telling to me. And it was a violation of the no-contact order that was put in place to protect her. The defendant is ordered to the custody of the sheriff and transport to the Lorraine Correctional Institution for evaluation as to transfer.
And as Tony Farmer heads to prison, the judge says he only has himself to blame for the cloud that now hangs over his once bright future.
The opportunities that were lost, I would just say that he lost them.